What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I am going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Wolves, in the FA Cup round 3 replay. So let's just get straight into today's video. So we made 3 changes from our last game against Wolves away from home. Talk about the starting 11. So we started with Romero, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Williams, Fred, Matic, Mata, Greenwood, James and Martial. Getting into the overall reaction now. Juan Mata's goal sends United to round 4. United have finally beaten Wolves. That was tough. Not the best, not the worst performance. Probably had one of the luckiest first halves going. We knew a goal was going to settle it in the end. Well done, boys. Win done. Clean sheet done. Through to round 4. Let's just get straight into today's questions, guys. So what did I make of the performance? The performance on a whole, I just thought, like I said just then in my overall reaction, not the best, not the worst performance. I thought this game was just going to go down to one goal. One goal was going to settle it. And I think this game was just down to who was going to take the chances and scoring the chances. And United took that one chance towards the end of the game. I think, the goal was going to come when the goal was going to come, of which team was going to, flop and which team was just lacking in that fatigue. And, it was going to be a mistake through fatigue and the fitness as well. And we could see that Wolves were starting to get tired towards the end of the second half, and then that's where Wolves gave away pretty much gave us that opportunity and scored on it really. And but yeah, I thought this game was pretty much open for the majority of the game. I thought it was a both-sided game. They were on the attack, we were on the attack. We defended well, they defended really well. And then it was just all about who could find that first goal and score on it. I think United probably had one of the luckiest first halves going. I thought we did attack in times. I thought the energy was there. We were aggressive in times, created chances, but couldn't score on our chances. Unfortunately, their keeper made some great saves. Romero made some great saves as well, and pretty much it was a tough game against Wolves. I thought we all knew that one goal was going to settle it, and it went down to fatigue at the end of the day, and which side could just see out and control the game. I thought we controlled the game very well, to be fair, but there was times where we let Wolves have too much of the possession in times, and where we just didn't do enough defensively and didn't do enough to win those second balls. But you know what, I think at the end of the day we knew it was going to be tough against Wolves. Wolves were not in the best form as well. We were not in the best form as well. So it was, like I said, it was an open game for the majority of the game. We were on the attack, they were on the attack. They defended really well, we defended really well. Both teams just couldn't find the breakthrough until 1 minute the goal came from Juan Mata. So yeah, I think how long did it take to score that first goal? Just going back onto it now, yeah, it took a very long time. It was in the second half, and yeah, it took about 67 minutes to find the breakthrough goal, and obviously Anthony Martial got the assist, and took 67 minutes to find the breakthrough, and Juan Mata's goal sends us through to round 4. I think in these type of situations, I think it's all about, you've got to make sure that you get through to the next round. And we know that we want to do well in this FA Cup. This is probably an opportunity to win a trophy. We know that the Carabao Cup's probably out of the equation now. We need to put all of our eggs in one basket and go for the FA Cup and the Carabao and the Europa League, sorry. And but yeah, I thought the performance on a whole was very good. Not the best, not the worst performance. It wasn't the best performance up there. It wasn't the potential best. We knew it was going to be a shithouse performance, and it was just going to be one of those shit performances. And the goal just went down to fatigue and which team could find the breakthrough, and which team took the chance, and which team were better on the day. And and we just took the chance and we scored it and controlled and saw out the game, grounded out a good result, and went through to the round 4 now against Tranmere Rovers, which we've only just found out last night. So yeah, can't be happy enough. I thought the first half, we had a bright, quick start. I thought we attacked really well. We created chances, just chances that we couldn't put in the back of the net. Their goalkeeper just made some fantastic saves. I thought, we probably made one too many touches in the final third. Maybe just, just control it and shoot, and it would have gone in the back of the goal. And you've got to hit and hope at the end of the day. But you know what? It's something that the players need to look back on, and something that they need to improve on. Control it, shoot, and but I thought we made too many touches in the final third. It wasn't necessary, and then I thought we defended really well in times. Brandon Williams had a mega job to do on Neto as well, so it was very hard to defend off their front three as well. Neto, Traore and Jimenez, so we knew that was going to be tough. And then I thought, when they were on the attack, we had to defend really well. There was a spell where Wolves were just all around us. We couldn't deal with it. I felt like we didn't defend properly at that stage of the game, and then that's where their goal got disallowed. And it was just one of those games for Wolves where it just wasn't their day. Nothing went their way at the end of the day. And I thought to the build-up of that goal was just dreadful. It came from a throw-in, and then Fred tried to boot it to someone, and then it backfired, and it was a bit of a shenanigans, and then they got it in the box to Jimenez, and then Jimenez handballed it. But you would have thought it was a free kick on Harry Maguire, but it was a handball, and then Neto put it in the back of the net, and VAR got it overruled. So I think we got away with it in the first half massively, because there was a spell where we switched off completely, and that was around there about. I thought from the 8th to the 11th minute we sort of switched off a little bit, because they were just all around us. They were playing more aggressive. They had played a lot of energy. They had pace in that team as well. We had pace in our team as well, but they just played with a little bit more width in that team. They knew that get the ball to Traore and try and, I thought they were better than us in the first half. We couldn't really deal with them for the first. Well, we couldn't really deal with them for a good 4 or 5 minutes, and then that's where we sort of had to. That's where we calmed down. We took control of that first half. We were lucky enough not to go 1-2-0 down in that first half. To be fair, we were lucky enough that it was still a draw at that stage of the game. It was pretty much still open, and pretty much a both-sided game. And then second half, I thought, we had to make sure that we got this game wrapped up in 90 minutes. We didn't want to go to extra time, because obviously if it went to extra time, Wolves could have had that opportunity to beat us, really, and we didn't really want that to happen. So yeah, I thought in the second half we were a little bit better, here and there, touch and go, really. I can't really find any much highlights in that second half, but in the second half it was just down to whoever made that mistake, capitalise on it and scoring the chance, really. And that's where we got that chance in the 67th minute, and Mata got us over the line and scored us that goal that took us through to round 4, really. But yeah, we had lady luck on our side, and it's all about getting through to the next round, really, and that's all you need, really. Get the win and go through to the next round, really. So obviously Juan Mata got an assist against Norwich and scored last night against Wolves. What have I made of his influence in the last 2 games? I thought Juan Mata has played fantastic in the last couple of games. I thought, when you're starting to build your momentum again, and you're trying to prove to the manager, play me a bit more. And I felt like, when you keep playing Pereira and who is it that normally is always in that number 10 role? Like, usually Pereira's in that number 10 role. We know that he's not good enough in that role. Sometimes Pereira plays out a little bit more wide, goes out on the right wing, and sometimes Pereira's not good enough there as well. So I think like our best number 10 that could be Juan Mata right now, and Juan Mata proved that to the manager to play him, and then all of a sudden got the drop against Liverpool. So, but he's played fantastically well against Norwich and Wolves in the FA Cup, and you know what, he's proven to the manager, you know, play me a little bit more. I feel sorry for Juan Mata because he's not getting the game time, and I feel like he could be someone that will walk out of this club and go, I've had enough of this club. I want to be playing 90 minutes. I want to be playing in that first team. I want to be starting all the time, and I'm not getting those minutes so far under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So, you know what, you should play Juan Mata more, and you know what, I like his passion, his pride, his fight, his character, but we just don't see a lot of Mata nowadays, and I feel like, you know, he's not getting that much game time now under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he needs to prove that to the manager in training, and also when he plays Mata out on the pitch, to go and get more minutes and to get into that team a little bit more. And if he can prove that to the manager, then you know what, he could be getting more starts, and then he'll be more of a favourite starting than bloody Pereira. I'll tell you that for a fact. Who is my man of the match? Obviously, the three players that got nominated was Williams, Mata, and Wan-Bissaka. It has to be Mata. I think Mata was the one that, you know, got us over the line, got us through to round 4. Mata has to be my man of the match because he's got us to the next round. And I think if it wasn't for Juan Mata, we would have been out of this FA Cup already by Wolves, because tell you what, first half was very lucky enough from us that we got over the line. How do we beat Tranmere Rovers? Now, Tranmere Rovers are a team that are in League One. So I'm hearing right now that Tranmere are struggling right now. We're struggling right now in the Premier League as well. So I feel like this game is going to be similar to Wolves, really. I think it's going to be an open game, both-sided game. They're going to be attacking, we're going to be attacking. We're going to defend well, they're going to defend well. They'll want to obviously defend well because, you know, they're coming up against another Premier League team. I mean, if they can do Watford, they can do us. So I think this is a game now for Manchester United to get the winning mentality back, get the confidence back in the team, get the players back with smiles on their faces, lift the mood in the dressing room, and we've got to have to press the reset button and go again now. And Tranmere Rovers, they're going to come with a game plan, they're going to come with the tactics. They only just beat Watford 2-1, and you know what, they're coming up against another Premier League team. They'll look to up the ante against us. We are just going to be more composed, got to control the game, we've got to dominate Tranmere, and we've got to make sure that we come up with a quick start. We've got to be bright on the ball, the movement needs to be quick, it's got to be sharp at all times. We've got to defend well, we've got to get men behind the ball when they're on the attack, we've got to be organised, we've got to make sure we get men behind the ball at all times when we're on the attack. So this game is going to be important for us to make sure we get this game done and dusted in one go, really, because it didn't really help us to have a replay against Wolves, and we need to try and put Tranmere Rovers to bed now. Tranmere, they're struggling themselves, we're struggling as well in the top flight in the Premier League as well. So I think it's all about, we've got to come out and have a quick start against these lot, and if we don't have this quick start against Tranmere, they're going to just want to dictate, control and dominate that game, and then they'll just want to take the chances and score their chances, sorry. But the thing is, for us, we've got to make sure that the final third's there. We've got to make sure that we've got to create our chances, score our chances. We've got to make sure that we defend well at all times. We've got to stay concentrated and focused at all times. We've got to come in with the mentality and the mindset. We've got to go there. We're going there to win, and I don't want us to go in that game, coming out of that game losing, because then that's just, you know, going to make our team look like mugs, because we've already just got mugged off against Burnley, and we've got to make sure we up the ante now against Tranmere. They'll want to up the ante against us now, so we've got to get something out of this game, build the momentum again, and let's go again. And we need the confidence back in the team. The players are now starting to turn to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer now. The players are having their concerns now under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So we've got to make sure, come with the game plan, come with the tactics. We've got to prepare well for this game. Physically, mentally, we've got to be on it all times. We've got to stay mentally focused at all times, stay concentrated at all times, and we've got to make sure that we have to be attacking and don't take our foot off the pedal. We've got to keep going until that whistle goes, and once we we've only scored pretty much 1 goal so far in the FA Cup, so we need to try and lift up the goals a little bit more. So if we need to try and get a few goals on Tranmere Rovers. They're going to be looking to come with the tactics and the game plan as well. So we've got to make sure it's got to be smart and intelligent play against Tranmere. They'll look to try and beat us, and we've just got to come in with the right mindset and the right mentality to beat Tranmere Rovers. So it's all about prepare well now, and it's all about, we've got to go in with the right mindset, the right mentality, and we've got to go there to win. And let's lift the mood, get the confidence back, and because we've obviously got Wolves in the Premier League again, so we're going to have to really get some momentum going again a little bit now. So we're going to have to really up the ante now against Tranmere, and they'll be looking to go for it, and we've got to make sure we've got to put on a good game and put it and give it to them, and we've got to show that who we are. We've got to show that this is the Manchester United that you're coming up against, and we've got to give it absolutely everything against Tranmere. And I think the fans have got to get behind the players as well. So yeah, it's a massive game. We've got to make sure we get them out of the way, and then let's get into round 5 really. And let's go and get there, get the win, and let's get into round 5 at the end of the day. Getting into the goal now, Maguire boots the ball upfield. Martial does well in the hold-up play. Martial turns, pass the ball to Mata. Mata runs, stays onside. Mata puts the ball over the keeper for 1-0. Fantastic. Getting into the stats now. Not all the stats are there in the FA Cup. So the possession-wise for Manchester United was 57%, and for Wolves it was 43%. Goals for Manchester United it was 1, and for Wolves it was 0. Total shots for Man United it was 11, and for Wolves it was 7. Shots on target for Man United it was 6, and for Wolves it was 2. Total passes for Man United it was 556 passes, and for Wolves it was 415 passes. Pass accuracy for Man United it was 87%, and for Wolves it was 79%. Getting into the substitutions now, James went off for Rashford. Talk about Dan's performance. Had about 3 goal-scoring chances in the first 8 minutes and wasted another at the end of the half. Shot wide early in the second. Greenwood went off for Pereira. Talk about Greenwood's performance. Started on the right, then moved up front and had a brief stint on the left. Wolves had his number and he struggled to concern the visitors. Rashford went off for Lingard. Talk about Rashford's performance. Came off injured. I feel sorry for Rashford because it backfired at the end of the day, and he's going to be out now for at least 2 to 3 months now. Hope we see Rashford back on the pitch pretty soon. Next up, we've got Tranmere. Tranmere, they're going to be up for this game. They're going to be up for this game against Manchester United. They know they only get this opportunity once in a lifetime. They're going to give it absolutely everything that they've got in the tank. They're going to make sure that all the players are going to be tied at the end of the game. I think this is just another game for Manchester United. We've got to make sure that we're going the right mentality, the right mindset. We've got to go there to win. This is the FA Cup. This is not a friendly. We've got to make sure that we go out there from minute 1, that we've got to get attacking. We need energy. We need high intensity, high tempo. We've got to be quick on the ball. We've got to be sharp on the ball. The movement's got to be quick. We cannot be there to be lazing about. This is not a training session. This is a game against Tranmere Rovers in League One. This is a team that is struggling in League One right now. They know that they're coming up against a team that is struggling in the Premier League right now. So we've got to make sure that we go there. They've got nothing to lose and we've got everything to lose at the end of the day. We've got to go there with the game plan, with the tactics. We've got to prepare well for this game. We've got to go there. We've got to have to try and beat them, because it's not going to be easy against Tranmere, because they'll look to try and beat us at the end of the day. It's all about staying on the job, mentally stay concentrated and stay focused at all times. Like I said, we've got to play with energy, fight, passion, pride, character. Got to play for the badge, got to play for the club. And this is not going to be easy, because Tranmere are coming with a game plan. They'll come with the tactics. They're coming to win. We're going there to win. and it's not going to be easy away from home against Tranmere, because you know what, they'll give us a good game and we need to give them a good game. So you know what, Tranmere don't get many opportunities like this. You know, they've beaten Watford, and all they want to do now is just up the ante against Man United now. So you know what, we've got to give it to them. We've got to at least go out there, you know, they've got nothing to lose, we've got everything to lose. So Ollie's got to pick the right team. He's got to make sure he puts the players in the right positions. He needs the structure in the team, he needs the depth in the team, and he needs to pick the right formation for the game. And you know what, we've got to make sure, we've got to go out there, give it everything against them. And they always say it's crucial to score that first goal. We've got to make sure, score that first goal, don't sit back, because they'll want to get on the attack, they'll be chasing down the game, and once we've got to at least beat them 2-3-0 at least. And but obviously, you know, they showed spirit to come back, and they showed fight, character to come back from 3-0 down against Watford. So you know, we've got to defend properly, and we've got to, when they're on the attack, we've got to defend properly, we've got to be organised, we've got to keep men behind the ball, and we've got to stay disciplined at all times. We've got to be calm, composed on the ball, don't rush things. We've got to make sure in the final third, don't take one too many touches, just control the ball and shoot. Don't be pissing around, and we need the creativity in the team, and it's all about creating the chances and scoring your chances at the end of the day. And we don't want one of these games that's not going to go our way. So we've got to make sure we come out firing. We need the energy. We need to play with aggression, and we need high intensity, high tempo. We've got to give it absolutely everything from minute 1 to minute 90. These all look to try and beat us, and this is a game we've got to be mentally on it all times, and don't take your eye off the ball, because they'll want to try and cause an upset. So we've got to stay on the job, mentally focused. We've got to go in the right mindset, right mentality, and we've got to go there to win at the end of the day. Tough place to go, so we've got to beat them. And you know, they've got nothing to lose and we've got everything to lose. So we've got to prepare well for this game, and Ollie's just got to pick the right team, and we've just got to make sure, come out with a win, and let's get into the next round and bring on whoever, really. So we don't want a setback. We don't want to be getting beat by these, because we'll just look like idiots. So we're coming off a loss, they're coming back off a win. So we've got to up the ante now, and we've got to go out. We've got to go to Tranmere and give it absolutely everything. And they'll be obviously doing changes from that last game, and we're probably going to be pretty much playing with an experienced team. So we've got to go there, and we've got to beat them and go with the right mindset, right mentality, go with get the game plan right, get the tactics, and let's just go there and beat them. We've got to beat them at least 2-3-0. We can't be drawing a game and then going to bloody another replay, because that's not what we want. We've got to get these out of the way, because we don't want another bloody replay against Tranmere. So you know, we've got to be ready on the day. We've got to give it to them, and let's have it, you know. And yeah, the last time Man United played Tranmere Rovers was on Wednesday, the 1st of September in 1976, and it ended 5-0 to the Reds. Funny enough, it was also in the League Cup as well, and we defeated them 5-0 at all. No, it wasn't at Old Trafford, actually. It was obviously back in the day, obviously. This will be United's first away trip to Tranmere Rovers as well. So, you know, they'll be looking to up the ante against us. Sorry about these bloody fireworks, because it's bloody Chinese New Year. Hope you guys have enjoyed another video. Be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. See you guys in a video in the next couple of days. And peace.